You're so protective of the way that I am. I can do this by myself, don't you understand? I don't need to be fixed, I'll make this life my own. And if they laugh at me, I'll make your heart my home. Do you know, do you know, do you know, do you know that it's alright? I was tripping on the phone again, you sounded so depressed. Will you tell, will you tell, will you tell, will you tell? Was it you or me? I just don't know what went wrong, just wanted to make you smile. Don't cry no more, don't cry no more, don't cry no more, I'm right here. It's been a while, you've got the prettiest voice. They're so lucky to have you, you were the obvious choice. I'm not that great at dancing, still you're leading me anyway. What's this feeling I'm having? Just want you to stay. Woke up that morning, had a missed text from you. Said you wanted to tell me something. Oh fuck, what did I do? Pulled hair out of my mane and overate again. This anxiety is killing me, or did I just forget? Could you say that again? I spaced out, I don't know why. I think I lost myself through the twinkle in your eye. I know you're saying something here, piece by piece. Is it your racing heart or the red in your cheeks? Oh, do you know, do you know, do you know, do you know? You're my best friend, your voice is cracking now. If you're crying again, will you tell, will you tell, will you tell, will you tell? If I can hold you close, please just tell me what's on your mind. You say, do you know, do you know, do you know, do you know? I'm so much better than men, I won't forget. We'll hold on before we regret. Hold on before I forget when we had love so easily. Please listen to what I must say. Hold to our path, shall we not stray? Meow 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 meow. What's good, everyone? 'Cause I'm meowing in the dark. There's a part of me that really wants to remake all of Tales from Equestria. Because I actually really like this album. But there are some things it could be, like, updated with to be, like, better. And also, like, for whatever reason, my voice was, like, very different for Tales from Equestria, for specifically. I'm not entirely sure why. Because I think my timbre would be very different from this now. And you know what's crazy? Okay, what's crazy is I even played I Can't Stop Thinking at Nahum. I think that's the coolest thing ever. Okay. Cool. Very nice. I just wonder how many of the Tales from Equestria projects would be broken because of how much, like, non-standard project organization I was doing. Anyway, hello, welcome, stream. Let me release the pilflings. Whoever wishes to yell may start yelling.
Help me, help me.
You're
help,
fine, you're
help.
fine, you're fine,
Oh,
you're
okay.
fine, you're fine.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Baby. We've got Batty, we've got Pika, we've got Stardust.
Meow.
Meow. Nice. Also, really quick, how has the fucking Gangnam Style House of Blues stayed up online for this long? Because if you don't know, if you put a location on YouTube, it has to be a location that's on Google Maps. Like, it can't be just a random, like, series of words. At one point, there was a year or two, or maybe even 3 ago, probably like 1 or 2 years ago, I said on, like, Twitter, someone should take a random house in New Jersey and just call it Gangnam Style House of Blues, and it's like a place of worship. And then, like, a year later or something, someone ended up actually doing it, and it's been on Google Maps as an official place for like 6 months or more. It's like go on Google and look up Gangnam Style House of Blues on Google Maps. It's like actually there. I don't know how it's been there for that long. It's just some random person's house in New Jersey. Pika, try not to be super cool challenge. They're gardening, bro. That's the Gangnam Style House of Gardens.
Absolutely. I'm sorry to say, I already failed that shit about like 5 years ago, man.
You're the coolest ever, Pico. Remember the orange box? Remember the apple box? The grape box?
Remember the blue and orange box?
Okay. Bean's not even here. The reviews on it. Yeah, the reviews say... Place was pretty cool. I especially liked this one moose turkey shadow. I think it was like pilfered or something. Fucking Shad commented, was 1 star out of 5. I know where everything is.
That's really good.
Also, the funny, the thing that like warms my heart is like, despite the fact that this photo was taken so many years ago now, that this is like, people are posting this. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Hey, someone in chat pointed something out. Why does the House of Blues close at 3:28 p.m.?
Well, because that's when it dies, remember?
Oh.
Let's see if I can find the original. Let's see if I can find the original photo, but like...
I remember going to that house one time. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, the wafers taste like shit. I wouldn't go.
Oh, not the wafers, man. I don't even fuck with the wafers, you know this.
The wine is like amazing, but like it's really not worth it for the wafers.
Yeah.
You made a song called that.
Yeah.
Wafer.
Yeah,
I tried to mute stream for my sneeze, but it failed. Oh, I muted it for Discord, but not stream.
Uh-oh.
You're like Sneezer, like the band.
Wait a minute. Frosty.
No, the wafer's like the body of Psy. Get it right.
Yeah. You own the store.
I own the store.
Well, I'm going through these screenshots really quickly. Here's a screenshot of my YouTube channel from May 31st, 2013 from my iPad. This is like crazy. It was nuts. I have older images too, but this is just the one that I'm hovering over right now. I don't quite remember which one, where I'm gonna find the Fluttershy image. Oh shit, wait, also everyone can see the original Vylet. Cause Canny was supposed to be Vylet and then didn't work out. So the actual first version of Vylet was this. This is like a whole situation.
So friendly and trustworthy. I would give them my car keys.
And I think I explained this before, because a lot of people still ask me, you were making remixes when you were barely a teenager? Yeah, I first started releasing music publicly when I was 13. But I've been making songs since I was about 7. But the way it works was my original cutie mark was, because Vinyl Scratch's cutie mark was this, and I originally just wanted to be Vinyl Scratch, but I couldn't because DJ Pone 3 was already Vinyl Scratch, or Scratton at the time, and so what I did was I just, I flipped that shit upside down. Or more like this way too. Right. And then what happened was I got a fan art one time, and it must have been sometime in 2013, because I don't have a record of the original fan art that did this, but I do remember it. What happened was someone drew my OC and they misinterpreted this shape as being a puzzle piece, where it was this way. And if you look at this progression, seeing the puzzle piece actually makes sense, because these knobs here are similar to these parts of the music note. And you can see that, like, there's, like, the phantom of that here.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked the idea, and so I was just like, "Oh fuck it, I'll keep it." Okay, I'll keep the puzzle piece, and that's how I got the puzzle piece cutie mark. And I kept it, and I started to interpret it as being like, I love puzzles first and foremostly, and also I like doing problem solving and shit. I like to solve problems. And so I was just like, yeah, that works with the puzzle piece. And it doesn't just limit me to music, because I do all sorts of things. Music's obviously my main thing, but like the puzzle piece gives me a little bit more freedom. Anyway, I don't know who made it. I do not have their name. I don't have the original fan art. And I'm pretty sure all my DMs have been wiped because Instagram has like rebuilt itself a million times. I've done archive requests of my Instagram account several times, and I couldn't find anything anywhere. And the most inconvenient part is, as most people know, I'm a very, very meticulous archivist. I keep records of as much stuff as I can that matters to me. And, well, unfortunately, there is a really big gap in photo information. Sometime after August 2013, I do not really have most of my camera roll up to the near end of 2014, which is a huge gap of photos that I just do not have. The only record I have of them at all are photos I put up on my old Instagram that are still there. But I lost all of those, and the reason why is because that iPad got wiped, and I must have not backed that one up properly. So it's a big tragedy. Most of the images that I care about, I still have as a part of my Instagram archive, but unfortunately, I just don't have some other stuff, including the original puzzle piece fan art that that person had given me. I don't remember much about that person. I don't think we ever became friends. I don't even really know how I got fan art because no one really knew who I was. I wasn't really doing anything. So there's a whole bunch of factors that make this really difficult. I found a possible candidate at one point of someone who may have had some involvement with the person who may have drawn it. The only lead I had was some obscure DeviantArt account that I messaged a long time ago as a part of an inquiry, and it just didn't really do. I didn't get a response or anything. So again, being someone who tends to archive as much as possible, it is kind of a huge shame to me that I just do not have like this canon event. But this did happen. It really did happen. Anyway, so this is the photo in question. I originally took this photo on June 22nd, 2013, about a literal year after I'd officially gotten into like MLP stuff. And I originally used it as the single cover for FIM, this song, which originally came out in September 7th, 2013. For whatever reason, I have been like really attached to this photo for a really long time. There's something about the framing, the lighting, the like just the pose of everything, like how the hair, the mane is styled and everything. I was doing my taxes today. You were doing your taxes today in July? Maybe not American, perhaps? Or some other thing? But that like hit me like a brick wall. What do you mean you're doing your taxes today? Oh, Australia. Okay. That makes more sense. I got really scared for a second. It's like, Okay. Anyway, it's okay. I'm usually late with a lot of my tax shit. But yeah, I part of me has been considering reusing this photo for another album cover sometime. What is the antonym pronounced? It is pronounced antonym. It is a combination of the word antonym and nymph. Hi, Judo. Shout out Judo. Judo with the fucking dual-headed Hydronoid single cover is fire as hell. Very excited. By the way, I just finished the booklets for the album. There's 3 booklets. We're doing 3 booklets. I checked. Okay, so Bandcamp only allows you to have 300 megabytes of like bonus files for your albums, and everything I'm putting inside the album is going to hit almost exactly the 300 megabyte limit. It's like really funny. I did the test last night. Is LPS going to get a CD release? I don't know yet. I'm gonna wait. When the way I evaluate the CD releases is if people like it's received well enough that like we know that it will, you know, probably sell out of the stock that I buy. The only exception to this was the Super Pony World CDs, because I didn't give a fuck about that one. I was just like, I need this one to exist on CD. So, am I able to show? I'm gonna show a little preview actually. So I'm not gonna go through the whole booklet, but I'm gonna show a little bit of it because it's cool. I did the entire lyrics booklet based off of like macOS Snow Leopard aesthetic. So first page looks like this. And what you're seeing is all graphically designed. This wasn't done on an actual computer desktop. This is like made from I made this in Figma. So the entire booklet's gonna look like this. And then let's get a preview of like the first page, and then I'll put this away. What inspired you to sample Oh Yeah, Mr. Krabs? Because we're going MLG. We're going MLG on this album, sort of. But yeah, here's oh wait, no, I'll show this too. Huge fan of this page actually. Let me know.
Major League Groose.
Major League Groose. Never again. Yeah, this would be the iTunes store if it was like good. Okay, and then the first page, and then I'll put this away. But all the song pages are gonna look like this, basically. So you have the lyrics here. Well, the windows actually move around, but the lyrics have its own window. There's like a notes and like background page. Then I have like photos that are either related or unrelated to everything. I have the credits as the note app, and every single song has one of these as well. Seductive Turtle 25/7. Actually, okay, so here's the other thing. When I was working on this booklet, everyone in Pivcord said I was doing a torture chamber because it was like a lot of fucking work to do all this shit. But this here, I made from like I remade this. This isn't an actual window. I was trying to I originally for this booklet was trying to like install a VirtualBox version of macOS Snow Leopard, and I couldn't get anything to work. I couldn't get anything to like I couldn't get anything to work. So I ended up just being like, fuck it, I'm just gonna remake all of this. So again, this isn't through an actual window. I made these. It's fucking stupid.
Navi said, good.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it'd be hard to make a virtual machine work of it, but it's like, man, I'm on a Mac. So, like, that's not fair. That's whatever. Yeah, it was pain, but it worked out. I did the whole lyrics booklet in like a week or two. So it was fine. There's also a lot of writing. I did supplementarily. So hold on. Oh, where am I going? I'm over here. So the story booklet is formatted like this, as like text messages. So this is like the 11 Pony Step story part is there, and then let me go to the assets pages, the lyrics booklet, and then the normal scale, not that one. Oh, it's the assets and then the bios. So I'm gonna just like run through very quickly all of the writing I did for the album, for like the lyrics and the notes. Here you go. Oh wait, no, let's do the 2 times upscaled. Here you go. Here's everything that's gonna be in the booklet. There's a lot of stuff to read if anyone's interested in reading it all. Anyway, the booklet is going to, or the album is going to have like 300 megabytes of bonus files, so good luck, everyone. How long did that take? Does anyone know? I think it was like 2 weeks, right?
I have 10 blindness.
Batty?
From what I remember, it was about
Navi
1
said,
week.
wait, what?
Oh, just how long did the supplementary material for the album take to write?
Oh, the supplementary shit. Yeah, maybe 2 weeks.
Okay, I don't know.
I think it was like about maybe it was more like a week and a half, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Including the story part, I would say.
I keep feeling like it's been a few days.
Yeah, no, it's been a bit.
Right.
Is there a bot in Discord call? Oh, Batty's just using text to speech. Why are we at 105 viewers?
Can we
No,
get it up to 328 viewers?
No, that would be. If we reach 328 viewers, I'd probably just end the stream. I can't do that. And also, last but not least, this is the piracy cover. So I was talking on Twitter and a little bit on other streams how I wanted to have like a separate cover for like people who would be like torrenting or downloading the album like piracy wise. And this is it. It's 500 by 500 resolution to like help it feel like LimeWire shit. This will come with the 11 Pony Step Bandcamp download, so obviously anyone who starts, you know, putting the shit up everywhere else, you'll have access to the cover, so. Nice. Anyway. Yeah, so as of, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I finally finished all my work for 11 Pony Step. All the distribution stuff is done. All the booklets are done. The story is done. Everything is done. And so I have nothing else to do but wait for it to release. And I'm very excited. I've already seen some people getting really mad at the singles, being like, oh my god, back to the stupid EDM shit. I'm so angry.
I hope this album isn't entirely that dumb voice.
I'm like, you fallen right into my trap. I get so much joy out of this. You don't get it. Feed me more, if you will. Yeah, it's funny. What do you mean they're mad? People have like a hatred issue with like EDM. Why did you become Creekflow for a second there? Because Creekflow likes to talk sometimes. Ew, who likes music? It's so true. No, I'm like, I had so much fun with this album. You can't take that shit away from me. If they complain about the high voice, make your next album entirely Shelly. No, it's true. It's true. Here's the thing though. I'm gonna I want to make a video about this sometime in the future. But I don't love the label hyperpop for a lot of different reasons. And I can get into that. We've talked about it a little on these streams before, but you know, not everyone is here for all of them, so the information can go astray. But hyperpop as a label is a really weird one to me, and most of the time I find it to be an inappropriate label. But for this album, I am reclaiming the term hyperpop from its connotations. Specifically, basically the idea with Love and Pony Step is a bro step and electropop album. However, if it pisses off like assholes, call it hyperpop. That's the idea. If it like pisses off weird people, call it hyperpop. Otherwise, it's a bro step and electropop album. That's how I view it. I talked about this before again. Like, hyperpop is not really a genre. It never was supposed to be a genre. In the mid 2010s, there was a big movement to like deconstruct pop music and sort of like emphasize different elements of it, and there was never really a word for it. It was really just like different elements of electropop and bubblegum bass and whatnot. Hyperpop as a term came out of like, there was a label called hyperpop where I was talking about this with Tracy quite a bit, and that was really the only thing that was hyperpop as like a self-proclamation. A lot of the stuff like Hunter Gex and the adjacent stuff that was coming out in like 2019, this stuff was just called like deconstructed club. This stuff was just like electronic dance music in a way, you know. When hyperpop became quote unquote a thing, unquote, is kind of around the time Spotify started grouping all of these stereotypical sounds into playlists and calling it hyperpop. And that fucking sucks, first and foremostly, to have a lot of like this music history and culture defined by a corporation like Spotify. That's part of the main contention. The other thing is the people who are participating in the scene that we would call hyperpop, these songs don't all sound even remotely the same, is the thing. Is the main similarity was the people who were in it and the goals and aspirations of deconstructing music and repurposing it for, you know, other things. And so what makes hyperpop even weirder as a label is that it's not a genre, because true songs in the scene don't sound the same. What Spotify wants is for the most sugary, stereotypical version of this deconstructed electropop to just be called hyperpop. And it's like, in reality, if we are going to continue to use hyperpop as a label, it should be as a scene rather than a genre. But moving on from that, the other thing is that hyperpop has been used as a way to what is the word? It's to diminish the efforts of like queer artists and people of color. because the so-called hyperpop scene was basically like led entirely by queer artists and people of color. And now is this idea of Spotify taking this, assigning it to a stereotype and saying, this is hyperpop, this is all it will ever be, you know, call anything that annoys you hyperpop. It's like, that's awesome, isn't it? That's great. Thank you for that. And then essentially, again, I've said this a million times, but you'll see people who will go out and start calling, you know, queer music hyperpop if they don't like it, because they've used hyperpop synonymously as a way to describe something as being annoying and brash to them, and it's always going to be in relation to someone who's like queer, essentially. The word hyperpop does sound cool, which is why all of this kind of sucks. And so I've seen this kind of commentary on my own stuff, is there were a few comments from people who were saying Monarch of Monsters was hyperpop. Obviously, there is no world in which Monarch of Monsters is even remotely hyperpop, right? There's absolutely no way. It just can't be. But that's not what they're saying. The people saying Monarch of Monsters was hyperpop is they're saying, you, queer person, you will only ever be this stereotype that we created. And that's all we value you as. That's what they were saying. And that's what I'm talking about with how contentious this label can be. It's weird. That said, I'm calling Love and Pony Step hyperpop as a reclamation. I'm saying that it's hyperpop because I'm stronger than all of these people. Lesbian Ponies with Weapons is hyperpop, but that's because I described it as that, and it was intentionally participating in the scene of hyperpop. The problem with Lesbian Ponies with Weapons is it sounds like the stereotype, which is kind of unfortunate because I enjoyed making that song and I liked that song, but I think that didn't really help the narrative of hyperpop becoming a stereotypical label. You know what I mean? So it's not a genre, it's more of a scene. The thing is, I would really love to do full-on research project and do a video on this at some point, because I think this topic is really interesting, and I think it could lead into further conversations about how terms, movements, and media created by people of color and queer people become bastardized for the purposes of corporate interests and bigots of some variety. I think we could find a very interesting jumping off point with hyperpop because this is so much more recent. Also, this is completely tangential, but I have another video to make very soon as well, because this is like not related to anything we were talking about at all, but I'm ready to start talking about it. Let me open Ableton really quickly. I'm going to talk about the Antares thing. This is exciting. By the way, tonight we're doing Resident Evil 4. Once we're done with our little intro. I haven't played a single Resident Evil game before, so yeah. I would not want to worry about stereotypes, but, you know, if it were all just about people having opinions, it would be whatever, but people use these stereotypes as a way to purposefully hurt other people, where it becomes a lot less about just verbal wordage. Anyway, everyone knows what autotune is, I'm going to assume. Autotune is a really great, awesome tool. for everyone and everything. Autotune is a great thing. I use it differently on different albums. So I think by nature you can imagine Monarch didn't really have much autotune, but Love and Pony Step does. So I wasn't really using this a ton for Monarch, but you know, working on Love and Pony Step, I've been back in the autotune game pretty intensely. And honestly, using a shit ton of autotune in Love and Pony Step was like a drug. It was like really addicting and really nice. But herein lies a problem. I've used different autotune plugins over the years for different reasons. And in 2023, I switched to the Antares Autotune Pro because this one's relatively transparent, and well, Antares is the biggest autotune company in the world because they invented autotune. Autotune is an invention of the company Antares. Now, when I bought this plugin, Antares is offering a let me get an example here, actually. Here is Antares. This is their website. Already from the start, I feel like this should not look very exciting to anyone. But primarily, they sell this thing, the Autotune Unlimited subscription. Right. This is absurdly expensive. And what do you get for this? What do you get for $30 a month for something that you don't own? Well, you get the autotune, and then you get a different version of it, and then you get an older version of it, and then you get a small version of it, and then you get another small version of it. This is not very helpful, is it? These are all the same thing. Moving on. Vocal prep. Don't know what that is. No one uses that. Vocal EQ. No one uses that. This is a gimmick. Vocal compressor. You can use a normal compressor. It doesn't matter. Vocal de-esser. There's like free de-essers out there. Vocal reverb. There's no difference between normal reverb and vocal reverb. You're lying to everyone. Vocal effects. Articulator. Talkbox effect. Most DAWs come with a vocoder. Aspire. Modifies vocal breathiness without affecting the harmonic content of the performance. Does anyone really need stuff like this? Sorry, I like, this is like, what, a breath control plugin? Never had to use anything that in my life. Choir. Vocal multiplier that turns a single voice into a realistic choir of 32 voices. Also known as a chorus, which comes free with every computer. Or every DAW, rather. Duo. Gives extra depth to a vocal with a realistic automatically generated double part. No, I think I'm good. That sounds almost like AI. Harmony engine. This is going to give, like, harmony backing tracks to your vocal. Don't give a fuck about that because I just record them myself. Mic mod. The modeling tool that makes your mic sound like the mic you wish you owned. This technology doesn't work and this is a scam. Mutator. Repitches your vocals in real time. You can do this in audio and with free plugins. Shout out Melda Production. You could do this with a free Melda Production plugin. Punch. Combines compression, gain, limiting, and overload protection for vocals with power. Again, you can use any kind of compression you want on your vocal. Whatever. Slice. Sampler and synthesizer for playing voices and samples like instruments. Yes, I know. That's how a sampler works. Thank you. There were free samplers in almost every DAW. Moving on. Sound Soap. Restoring audio tracks by reducing noise. Isn't that what this fucking vocal prep thing is? Moving on. Throat. Sculpt vocal characteristics using an adjustable physical model of the vocal tract. I'm sorry. What is this? Sounds like form and shifting, and if it isn't form and shifting, I have never heard anyone use this plugin whatsoever. Vocodus. We already went past this. There's a vocoder in here, and vocoders there's free vocoders out there. Warm. Emulates the sound of vintage analog tube saturation for adding warmth to vocals, otherwise known as adding distortion. We're done. This isn't worth $30 a month for something that you don't own. Are these things helpful? Maybe, but I haven't ever needed them. The only thing that ever mattered to me is the Autotune Pro, because this Autotune is good, technically. It is high quality. It is very transparent. When you're using it for subtle purposes, you don't really hear any artifacts very much. And you would expect that from the company that invented Autotune. So, given all this, they do offer a non-subscription version. However, if you look at the price to buy this, well, first of all, they push the subscription for just the one thing, very big. But you notice here, perpetual license, $459. I need you to let that sink in for a moment. $459 for auto-tune? I'm sorry, but like, what constitutes that price? Where are they getting this price from? And despite that, in 2023, this thing, the Auto-Tune Pro X, the one before Pro 11, went on sale on Plugin Boutique for around like $160, $70. And I was like, that's a decent price down from like $450 or whatever the hell, so I'll pick it up. So I did end up buying Auto-Tune Pro X in 2023 for like a quarter of the price of this. That is almost as much as Ableton Suite, yeah. And I was like, oh, thank God, I can have this without needing the subscription. That's such a good thing. I got it at a decent price and everything. And that's when the problems started. Okay? If you can believe it. When I started using the Auto-Tune Pro X, this thing, I noticed a problem. And that was, anytime I opened up a project again that was using the Auto-Tune Pro X, all these parameters that I've configured would reset to neutral. Every single time I opened the project. And basically, the effect that had is tuning my vocals to the incorrect key. Which is great. So obviously, that is completely unusable. I emailed them and said, hey guys, your plugin isn't recalling parameters correctly. Why is this happening and what can we do to fix this? And what they said to me made me worried. Okay. They said, oh, yes, this seems to be a problem with the perpetual license version of Auto-Tune Pro X. We can give you a complimentary license to the subscription, and it should work while we explore patching the original. And I said, okay, as long as I don't have to pay anything, then let's do it. And so what happened was they gave me a 1-year free subscription to Auto-Tune Pro. And, funny enough, when I removed the license for the perpetual version that I bought, the non-subscription one, when I removed that license and put in the subscription license, suddenly the plugin worked. So I used it for a year with no problems. Then the subscription lapsed because it was a complimentary free 1-year subscription. And I emailed them again because when the subscription lapsed, it stopped working. And so I said, hey, was there ever a fix for this problem? And they said, nope. We're going to give you another free 1-year subscription. And we'll continue to explore options of fixing the original. And now, surely this should be making alarm bells go off in your mind. Why? I have the plugin installed. Why does the perpetual license not make it work, but the subscription one does? Explore options. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. I can get the original email, but I mean, they might have said that. I don't remember. I don't remember where I'm getting that from, but I'm paraphrasing. Just for transparency. I'll try and find out the original wording, but they're basically like, yeah, we don't have a fix for it yet, so here's another free 1-year subscription. And it's like, how hard is it to find that issue, right? That shouldn't be hard. Devs, if there are any devs out there in the chat, I'm sure that this is probably not a difficult issue to fix, right? And here's the thing. I never heard of the plugin getting fixed. And then they announced Auto-Tune Pro 11. How interesting. My subscription lapsed again just at the beginning of this year. But the plugin kept working. And so I was like, okay, well, if it's working, then I guess I don't have to reach out again. I'm glad, because I must have updated it at some point. So I was like, all right, they probably found a fix for it. Not worried about it anymore. Five months later, as in this month, I check my email and it says, congratulations, you've successfully paid $29.99 for your AutoTune Pro subscription. And I was like, what? I never signed up for that. My subscription lapsed, remember? Turns out, they had my card on file from when I must have paid for something. And they were charging me for 5 months for a subscription I didn't ask for. I legitimately never initiated the AutoTune Pro subscription. It added up to be $125 that they had charged me over the course of 5 months. And so, well, I emailed them. And I said, hey guys, here is my first support ticket and an explanation. Here's my second support ticket and an explanation. Now, with my third support ticket, I would like to tell you that I did not sign up for the subscription. Here, all the proof is in these tickets here that I've just sent you. And I'd like a refund and I'd like my subscription canceled. And they said to me, this is probably the time where I should get the email. This is fucking rich, dude. Hi, Zelda. We apologize for the inconvenience, but all sales are final. As per the terms of our online sales policy, Antares cannot issue refunds or take returns for online software sales. If you no longer wish to continue your subscription, please follow the simple steps below. And I replied, I didn't initiate the subscription though. The complimentary temporary subscription was provided to remedy the effects of the faulty software while a solution was being explored. The complimentary subscription was supposed to terminate after 1 year. It did this the first time. The second time it expired because a patch was not made for the plugin issues. The second time it expired because a patch was not made for the plugin issues, which is why I was issued a second one. It suddenly started charging me. Even though I did not sign up for an unlimited subscription, money has been taken out from me without my permission entirely. Their reply, hi Zelda, we apologize for the inconvenience, but all sales are final. As per the terms of our online sales policy, Antares cannot issue refunds or take returns for online software sales. We are closing the case due to denial of refund. We appreciate your patience and understanding regarding this matter. I need you guys to understand that this is Antares. This is one of the biggest music software companies in the world. They invented Autotune. They are the people who invented Autotune. And here's the thing, right, is I need this to open up an even bigger conversation about how fucking scummy and disgusting a lot of these companies are. Antares, like, already, you know, when everything was still technically working, was still an ass to work with because their DRM fucking sucks. They make you, like many other plugin companies, they make you install proprietary software in order to have the plugin licensed. If you want to install or uninstall one of their plugins, as well as operate one of their licenses, you have to install the, what is it fucking called? The Antares Central application. And through that application and that application only, can you install their plugins and initiate the licenses. It uses communication with the Antares Central software with the iLock proprietary licensing software, which is an archaic, like 1997 ass interface for registering your plugins and stuff. And this is all really a fancy way of saying they only allow you to install their software on 2 computers at once. And some of the time, depending on your situation, you have to have internet connection to use some of their stuff. This is not always 100% of the case, but it depends on what's going on. This is why I was so worried about Mayhem performance, because I was like, I have no fucking clue if my auto-tune is going to work while I'm on stage, because it could just spontaneously stop working. For some songs that would have been completely fine, but for stuff like Cross, that would, and like My Love is a Quickscope, that would have just not sounded correct at all. And like, it would be a lie to say that I expected better, because a lot of these companies are really bad. They're like really, really bad. And I've tried my best to build a library of like plugins from companies that are like the best ever, and who do DRM and like their customer service and business stuff the best. Some of the companies that I can absolutely 100% stand by, the first one is FabFilter. This can be a tough pill to swallow because FabFilter plugins are a little bit expensive. For example, ProQ4, to buy it right off the bat is not that. To buy a ProQ4 right off the bat is $179. That's a lot of money. You can buy these in bundles, of course, but FabFilter is one of the best customer service plugin companies there are. Everything they do is totally legit. Their products are priced actually pretty reasonably. I know that's like really scary to think about when you see this, but if you've ever used their stuff, you know how absolutely indispensable that their stuff is for the industry. Like ProQ4 is hands down, like no one even has, if you ask most musicians, they will tell you that ProQ4 is the best EQ there possibly is, and that there might not even be a way to improve upon this design ever again. That's just how good ProQ4 is. And most of their plugins like are in that level of quality. On top of that, they often do, you know, good discounts for students and other people who need discounts for whatever reason. Funny enough, FabFilter, I applied for an educational discount in 2018 when I was still in university, and despite the fact that I left university in 2019, they like just kept it. There's no like time limit. It doesn't like measure, oh, it's been 4 years, we're gonna remove your educational license thing. They've kept that shit in the system since 2018. And they've never asked any questions about it. The other thing was with FabFilter, I remember at one point, because you can't change your like account name through the account section, you have to email them. So I was like, hey, can you guys change my name from this to this, just because it's like I'm going to be changing my name at some point, so I just want that to reflect here. And I didn't even explain anything. I was just like, I just need the name change. And the person who emailed me said, congratulations. Like, okay, thanks.
Congrats.
That's like really, that's like really kind. I didn't even ask for that. So all my experiences with FabFilter are great. Also, once you buy like one FabFilter plugin, everything else gets cheaper because they offer like loyalty discounts and stuff. Their plugins are so fucking indispensable. So the number one is FabFilter, and also one of the big reasons why FabFilter is the GOAT is because of their licensing. Like I said with Antares, you can only license their shit on 2 computers at a time. If you want to license it on another computer, you have to uninstall it from your first computer and then allow it to be installed on the next one. It's such a fucking annoying thing. FabFilter, all they do is in your account section, they say, here are a bunch of numbers, copy and paste that into the thing, and then you own it. That's fine. You can do it a million times, it doesn't fucking matter. They just, it's like fine. And that's like how you should do it. That is the only way you should do licensing plugins. They do it the proper way. After FabFilter, there's Cable Guys. these guys are literally the goat to end all goats ever. Their Shaperbox plugin you can get for $99, except Shaperbox is like a million different plugins in one, really good versions of the plugins, and the entire point is that you can modulate them in a really creative and fun way. So basically the idea with Shaperbox is, if anyone's seen me work with music before, you know what this is. But basically you can choose an effect, and these are the normal effect controls up here. You know, you adjust them here, but you can choose an effect parameter and say, move it in this shape over time. And adding nodes for it is so fun. And like, you can move it around, you can change the shape of it really easily. You can totally fuck with it and everything, and like, it's really, really, really efficient. And on top of that, it's multi-band, so you can use these effects separately on the low frequencies, the mid frequencies, the high frequencies. And what's crazy is some of these effects are like really unique in the sense that Reverb Shaper, for example, is a really weird automated convolution reverb. Now, convolution reverb isn't a new concept, but using it in this format is completely new. Like, this is just super awesome. And they even have a function for doing like delay gating and everything. It's brilliant. You can import your own convolution samples. You can just drag and drop it in there. It's maybe one of the most intuitive plugins in the whole universe. You can get the whole thing, all of these effects, for $99. And the best thing about it is that their licensing system is, hey, download this file. It's your license key. And just anytime you install Shaperbox, show Shaperbox your license file and you're good to go. We're not going to ask any other questions other than that. And once again, that's how you do it. And then the third company that I can like always co-sign for like the rest of my life is going to be Valhalla DSP. Same deal. These guys, they license your shit with a license file, and they don't ask questions. But the coolest thing about Valhalla is their design and the pricing. Valhalla Delay. Anyone who's seen me open Ableton ever on stream has seen Valhalla Delay, because that is just how fucking indispensable and perfect this plugin is. This thing advertises itself as a simple echo plugin, except it can do a million things. It has a tape version, a hi-fi version, a Bucket Brigade delay version. It has a pitch smearing version, a frequency shifting version. It has distortion, it has phasing, it has everything. It has fucking wow and flutter pitch modulation stuff. It has a reverb built in. It has a tape simulation built in. It has an EQ built in. If you set Valhalla Delay to full mix and 0% milliseconds, you can like literally use this as an effect box instead of a delay or a reverb or whatever. This thing can do a trillion different things for the price of $50. These guys are the people who design this shit are nuts. And my favorite thing about Valhalla Delay is like changes color based on the model you're choosing. It's really nice. So yeah, these are like the three. Let me get to the Cable Guys homepage, and let me get all of their homepages. These are like the three big ones. If you need companies in the music production world that you can trust, you can count on FabFilter, Cable Guys, and Valhalla. They will never steer you wrong whatsoever. That is like the highest praise I can give any of these companies. And what's funny is usually the best of these companies are always going to be run by like only a few people. Like FabFilter doesn't have a huge team, Cable Guys doesn't have a huge team. Valhalla's one guy. Antares, how many Antares employees? Nope, that's not it. Antares has 67 employees for just their like fucking just that shit. Well, it says 51 to 200, but something about ILED AQ says 67, so it's whatever. Yeah. So whoever wants to make music, you can Put your faith in these ones. If you can't buy it at first either, I'm sure they don't care because their DRM is really nice, and it's not like any of these places are struggling financially. So, you know, if you end up getting their stuff, can't pay for it, definitely still shout them out all the time. I'm pleased to say that I very heavily financially supported all three of them, though. But anyway, this is all to say, one of these days, I'm gonna be making the Antares video, and I'll probably open up a very large discussion about DRM and music production companies and all that stuff. Oh, Lightning Wing makes a good point. FabFilter doesn't really have any free plugins. Cable Guys has like maybe 1 or 2 free ones. I think, what was it called? Well, Halftime's not free, but it's $12. So it's whatever. They don't have free plugins, but Valhalla, their fucking, their Valhalla Supermassive Reverb and Delay is completely 100% free. This thing. I know a lot of people who use Valhalla Supermassive. It's only free because it's like experimental. It's not free because it's nerfed. Because this is a really high quality plugin. A lot of people use Supermassive. The main point of it is it mixes delay lines into like kind of discrete reverb channels, and it like its big deal is making really long reverb tails, but you can use it as like a normal reverb or delay too. So that's the thing with Valhalla plugins, is they don't like to really explain just how powerful these things are. They like to just like pretend it's like super subtle, and then like when you actually get it, it's like, this thing can do everything I've ever wanted it to do. So yeah. Oh, my beautifuls. My beautifuls. Oh, let me get the Antares, let me get to exactly what they said really quickly. Antares support. Oh yeah, I'll get to the autotune recommendation in a second, but here's their first email. They said, "Thank you for reaching out to us. Our team of engineers is currently investigating the issue where settings and parameters saved during a session are not being recalled by Autotune Pro X. Unfortunately, we don't have an estimated date of arrival for a fix, but considering that you are also a subscriber to Autotune Limited, here is a workaround." I also wasn't. I was not a subscriber to Autotune Limited. I bought it. And they explain how to switch the license. After following this, oh, okay, I know what happened. So I think, okay, so what happened was when I bought Autotune Pro X, it gave me like a 1 month or like 3 month subscription, and I wasn't using it. But they did give me 2 complimentary ones to fix the issue. Anyway, they said, alternatively, if you believe that you would enjoy better compatibility by downgrading back to Autotune Pro 9, please make sure you completely remove Autotune, Antares Central, blah, 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 blah. And I said, it does seem that switching to the Autotune Unlimited license allows me to recall settings, but I don't plan to use anything else in the subscription which is why I have the perpetual license for Autotune Pro X. I made this like as clear as possible in the email. Oh, and I forgot about to say this other thing is I'm about to show another Autotune, which is absolute terrible bullshit. But I have it. What am I looking for? I just redid my folders here, so I'm still trying to learn them. Here's another Autotune. This is not a recommendation. This is stay away from this company too. This is the Waves Real Tune. And if you don't want to choose a key for the Autotune to work in, you can like click the keys and stuff to like disable them so that it only works in the notes that are not disabled. Yeah, the UI is really bad. But you'll notice that when I disable a note, it does it across every octave like this. So if I pick A, it disables all of the A's. Which is good. That's like fine. That's a fine feature. If you do it in Autotune Pro, it doesn't do that. And it's like, oh, you want to disable A? Okay. A. Wait, what? What? Why is this? Why is this two sets of C through E? What? What the fuck?
I fucked up an evil Autotune piano.
I don't think they did this right. Okay. Well, okay. Luckily, this doesn't really matter because, like, you're not going to be singing this low. No one's singing this low, but, like, what the fuck? New notes just dropped. Oh, no, thank you for the evil Autotune. I mean, this is just C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. And then it goes back to C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. Okay, that's strange. Anyway, okay, whatever. But like I was saying, is you can't disable one note per octave like you can with Waves Autotune. And I asked them about this. I'm like, how do you do it like the other plugins everywhere else that can do the exact same thing, but your plugin can't do it? They said, regarding your question, turning off notes in the keyboard works for removing a note from a single octave. It's like, yes, I know how that works. And they said, the action can be repeated for all the octaves if What? Sorry, I have to show this because, like, what the fuck, grammar? Turning off notes in the keyboard works for removing a note from a single octave. The action can be repeated for all the octaves if prefer.
If prefer.
The action can be repeated for all the octaves if prefer.
Travis said, if prefer.
New vocal stem unlocked.
But here's the sentence that annoyed me the most. This is not a flaw or oversight. It's the intended design of the product. So you're telling me you intended for this to be harder to disable notes than every other Autotune plugin. It's not an oversight? You're that confident it's not an oversight? Every other Autotune plugin can do it. What is the advantage? The thing is, if you really want, I'm pretty sure you can make it just one note. I don't remember how to do it, but I'm sure you can do it.
Like, I can hit you with a rock if prefer.
If prefer. But here's the thing. I cannot think of a use case where you want, like, D1 to be disabled, but not D2. It's the same note. Just a different octave. I can't think of a use case. Anyone, any musician in chat, can you think of a use case where you would disable, like, one note in one octave, but not in another octave? The Autotune is not like composition, it's just tuning a voice that's already there. Fuck is just drinking. You can give me all your money, no refund if prefer. If you're doing something where you only want one note in particular, but like this is auto-tune. It's really not that deep. But I don't know. I don't know, man. So what auto-tune do we use? Here's the fucking problem. Is that for whatever reason, the only companies out there making auto-tunes are like shitty. They're all like shitty. Antares, obviously very shitty. Waves, arguably shittier than Antares. I could get into a whole conversation about Waves. Let me make this very, 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 very clear. Everyone who wants to get into music or anyone who's already into music, do not, under any circumstance, buy plugins from Waves. Do not. It's just don't do it. First of all, I feel like seeing this screen should automatically already make you scared. Just do not buy plugins from Waves. I will summarize this as quickly as possible. We've been on this topic for a little bit, so I want to move on. But Waves, what they like to do is they like to oh my god, let me just go to the plugins. Thank you. They like to list their plugins as being, oh, this is worth $199, $199, $129, $129, $199. They like to advertise, they like to advertise these plugins as being worth that much. But then it's like, ooh, they're all on sale. Let me be so clear with you guys. All Waves plugins are on sale 24/7. You are not going to come to this website and see these plugins for their list price. You're never going to see that. Ever. Now, what they do is they hook you in with these sale prices. And you think, well, what's the problem? If I'm getting it for a decent price and the plugins work, then what's the problem? And that's how this is maybe one of these worst. This arguably worse than Antares. You be the judge. But what they do is they paywall really important updates for your plugins. The way it works is when you buy a Waves plugin, you are given 365 days of free updates. After the 365 days of updates has passed, you have to pay money to update it again. And the thing is, I'm talking about all updates, not just like feature inclusions and stuff. I'm talking about if your computer can no longer run an older version of it and you do not have the Waves update plan, you cannot use that plugin anymore. Good fucking luck. Big case in point, anyone who's familiar with the way Apple products work is they switched from Intel chips to their ARM-based M1 processors in 2020. Most plugins that didn't make the switch to the ARM architecture of the Mac M1 system did not work anymore. A lot of everyone's favorite plugins no longer work, like abandonware plugins no longer work on modern Mac computers. Waves paywalled their M1 update. And you're like, how much is this update? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I think it's something like $25 or something per plugin, and it caps if you have $240 worth of updates to get. So if you have a bunch of plugins, the most you can pay for an update is $240. But theoretically, you would have to do this once a year. And let me tell you, some of these paywalled updates are also very trivial. One of their most recent paywall updates was you can now resize the window of the plugin. Are you kidding me? I have to pay $240 to increase the size of a window?
If prefer.
If prefer? But it gets worse. Waves gets worse. Because part of Waves' whole deal is marketing and nothing else. Let's talk about these emulations. So, the thing that Waves is so beloved for by a certain variety of person is for emulating old physical gear. And listen, I get it because I like outboard mixing gear. I think it's neat. I think it's cool. I have like a hyperfixation on mixing and mastering outboard gear. I get it. At the same time, everyone and their mother is emulating these. It's not 1997 anymore. There's like a million versions of this SSLG master bus compressor. And the thing is you don't even really need it. If you know why you want this, then maybe it's helpful. If you know a lot about music and you know a lot about mixing and you know about the SSLG master bus compressor, then like maybe this will be helpful to you in some way. But the thing is that a lot of these plugins are created with such a predatory interest in mind. These plugins, and we know this from their advertising by having like the classic engineers from all your favorite musicians coming in and doing the advertising for Waves, is these plugins are advertised for two audiences. One, it's for 55-year-old senile white men engineers who are like trying to reminisce about the good old days of when music was made on computers. And the second audience that they're catering to are basically newcomer musicians who think that they need to get this shit to be as good as their idols. It's nostalgia bait. This stuff is just trying to make people look up with their Google Doll eyes and be like, holy shit, that's the compressor that Michael Jackson used. And that's either going to affect the 55-year-old senile white man engineer or a newcomer musician who thinks they need it to make that music. Now, again, is there anything wrong with this stuff? Not exactly. I have some of this stuff and I use some of this stuff, and one of my favorite compressors is the API 2500 by Universal Audio. I like this thing. It's really good. But like, I know exactly why I want to use the 2500. It has like a really nice VCA based feed forward compression curve that I can achieve in like Pro C2, but it's just like harder to, and this just streamlines the process of doing that. But the thing is that the companies that I'm using these emulations from are tried, tested, true, and have less terrible practices. And then I'm not going to say Universal Audio is the greatest company in the world. I have my problems with them too. But compared to Waves, that have such fucking scummy practices, and oh my god, it's so bad. It's like, it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. But in this particular case, it's so fucking predatory the way they do this. It really, really is. And Waves hooked me for a while. That's why I have some of their plugins. And that's how I know how fucking bad it is. The other thing is that despite advertising that, oh, this emulates like some old outboard gear, blah, 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 two things. One, it's not going to emulate like real outboard gear because this has nothing to do with how outboard gear works. The reason why these physical objects in a studio are so valued isn't really because of how they sound. It's because you can touch them and operate them in a physical space. Have them in pre-made physical chains on like a console desk. It's a workflow thing, not really a sound thing. And the other thing is that so many of these do the exact same thing. Let me go to Brainworks, for example, or Plugin Alliance. Now, Plugin Alliance isn't horrible. There are some things about them that are good, and some things about them that are bad. But I'll show an example. These channel strips. I just showed the API 2500. I also have from Universal Audio the SSL channel strip here. I'm not going to explain what all this stuff does right now, but I have this from Universal Audio. you can see that what Brainworks is doing with their version is basically the same thing. Okay. But there's a million different versions of them. There's the SSL 9000, the SSL 9000J, there's the 4000E, there's the AMEC 9099 or whatever. And what's fucked up about these is that they all are basically the same. The reason why I use this one is because this is like the licensed one. This is the one that Universal Audio makes, so it's like whatever. These are all basically the same. There are slight changes, but like not meaningful ones. There's slight changes that are based on like the hardware quirks that like the engineers are going to obsess over in like a lore setting. Musically, engineering wise, sound wise, no one fucking cares. They all sound the same. And that's the deal with a lot of these, is even if they look very different schematically, visually, graphically, a lot of these just do the same thing. But you gotta use the thing that your hero used. You gotta use the thing that they used on that. You know what? I'm not even gonna get into the conversation about this, but I just needed to look at it for 2 seconds. I'm not even gonna talk about this right now. I do not have the energy or time. But Waves, it still goes deeper because at one point Waves was about to remove the ability to buy plugins perpetually. They were going to switch to a subscription only service. Oh my, and that was like, what the fuck, man? After everything you already did, after all this money you've stolen from people, you're going to make it all a waste already? And the backlash for this was so great that they actually managed to reverse it. But as you can see, the subscription still exists as a front page bonanza. And it still gets worse because now, I'm not going to show it right now, but if you go to Waves' Twitter, all their shit is AI slop now. And that would make a lot of sense. You know, knowing their business practices, that probably makes a ton of sense. But it's all AI slop now, and AI jokes and whatever. It's so fucking disgusting. And last but not least, and here's the kicker. And for a lot of you, this is going to make everything make a lot of sense all at once. Waves is an Israeli company. And it all makes sense. And now it all makes sense. So, don't buy from Waves, by the way. So, you know, shocker, dog found in yard. Why wouldn't they be? So I hope I've dissuaded anyone from attempting to have Wave stuff. I've already, you know, wasted my money in the past, so you don't have to. Now, the last thing I'm gonna touch on before we play the fucking video game we came here for, the autotune I suggest. I want everyone to take this with a grain of salt, but actually, first and foremost, let me go through some of the other ones first. I'm pulling up a bunch of the autotunes right now. There's more than you would expect and less that are functional. Come on now, where the fuck is that one? Okay. Auburn, autotune. Okay, so let me show some of the ones that I'm not recommending first, and I'm going to explain why it feels like Antares has a monopoly over this stuff. First off, Metatune by Slate Digital. Slate Digital is a very Waves-like company, which I probably do not need to explain now. You take one look at excuse me, I misspoke. You take one look at Slate Digital and their plugins, and you're going to notice a very big similarity between them and Waves plugins. Well, actually, that is if I could see the plugins. There we go. Wait, can I just look at them? Okay. Here's my best thing. So, here's my best example. You know, you're gonna look at these and you're gonna see maybe a similarity between them and Waves, right? Probably very obvious. Their business practices are very similar, etc., etc., etc. So, they're very Waves-like in that way. They have an autotune. I've tried Slate products. I've tried Metatune, and Metatune I found doesn't have enough finer control over everything. The sound quality is a little weird. It sounds kind of warbly and like whatever. It's not a very transparent sounding autotune. So I don't really recommend this one. The company isn't that great. This company probably caters more to old men than it does to like younger artists as well. Because it's like, I've seen a lot of their advertising and a lot of the way they do stuff, and it feels like the way they're doing these modern looking plugins is to try and be like to these like old white man engineers, here, look, you can have a hip plugin like the kids want these days. Like, no one fucking wants their plugins to look like this. I'm sorry. But, you know, that's what I've seen with their advertising. Brainworks Crispy Tuner. There's a bit of a Waves like pricing scheme with Plugin Alliance. There are some Plugin Alliance plugins that I actually really do like, so I can't condemn them fully, and their business practices aren't nearly as bad as all these other companies, but they're still not perfect. They're still kind of weird. Crispy Tuner is very unstable, I found. I've tried it, and it feels just like it doesn't have the same precision you would expect from a good autotune. It's very loose. And if I remember correctly, you can't really get this to like do like the robotic sounding stuff either, which is one of the big advantages to autotune. There are two free autotunes that you'll see thrown around. There's M Auto Pitch. I could never get this to sound good. I used to use this for the times that I've used Auto Pitch were for Super Pony World 2016 and Lotus EP, and it sounded really not good. It's not a very high quality autotune. It can sound cool, but for the purpose of like using autotune, it's like it's whatever. It is free, so you can't be mad at Melda production. You know, it's free, but not that good of an autotune for the purpose of autotuning. Gralien by Auburn Sounds, similar problems with it's kind of in between Crispy Tuner and Melda Productions autotune. It doesn't feel very precise, and it has a bit of artifacting that can kind of like make things not sound super good. But this one is free, and I've used other stuff from Auburn. This company is fine. Auburn Sounds, their company practices, as far as I know, are fine. You know, pretty reasonable. The prices are completely reasonable. I've actually used Panagement. This is actually, I used Panagement to do the Hush stuff in Carousel, because this isn't just like a panner, it's a binaural panner that does more like 3D space stuff. So my voice is going through this at the beginning of Hush, for example. So I like Auburn. It's just that this autotune is not that high quality. But nothing against the company. So what is the one that I'm recommending? And here's the kicker about this. Someone brought X-Pitch to my attention on Twitter, because I was talking a little bit about the Antares stuff on Twitter. And right off the bat, I see this Web3 kind of dude bro, tech bro, like visual design. I'm not super into the design of it. But I gave this a try and I did a blind test between it and Autotune Pro X by Antares. And the sound quality is really, really similar to the Antares one. Sound quality wise, this one works. And its pricing is at $100. Is $100 a lot of money? Yes. But is it $460 like Antares is asking? Not even remotely. I have Xpitch now, and I'm going to be trying it in some projects, but this is not a full endorsement yet. And the reason why is because Neuro Audio is a newer company. They haven't had time to prove themselves. They haven't had time to like marinate in being able to prove that their business practices are reasonable. And I am seeing stuff like, you know, immediately having 5-star reviews, you know, at the front here. You know, the Web3 Tech Pro visual design puts me off a little bit. They have a tab that just has 1,000 reviews. So, you know, those little details make me a little bit concerned. But it doesn't mean anything quite yet. And what they are saying is stuff like no update fees, lifetime license, not a subscription. So they're really hammering home these 2 points here. They say this all across the website, and so there is a reassurance about that. But basically what I'm saying is, this is kind of me saying this Autotune matches the quality of Antares to me, and to use their products, I would do so with a grain of salt and with a little bit of like suspicion. But so far, it sounded good. I had no trouble licensing it. I think it's a license key. I think you just type in letters, which is great. No iLock, no nothing. So basically, this is a very cautious recommendation of this plugin for Autotune purposes. My one footnote is that they're doing the like channel strip type of plugin. One for normal mixing and one for vocal mixing. I am not personally a fan of plugins that quote unquote simplify unquote processes that you should do more manually. Not just because I think you should learn how these things work and be able to apply them with the normal tools, but also you see this type of streamlined, simplified plugin coming from companies with less than good intentions a lot of the time. Again, doesn't mean anything right out the gate, but I'm just looking at this with the other details. I'm looking at, you know, new company, you know, dude bro tech design, simplified stuff, you know, boasting about reviews and whatnot. Nothing truly bad yet, but it's just food for thought, you know? That's all I'm saying. So, with all that baggage said, to answer your question, right now, the one I'm saying to support with caution and suspicion is Xpitch by Neuro Audio. So, I have been venting about plugins for an hour now, I think. Have you used the built-in Ableton Auto Shift before? Yeah, okay, so I did not mention that Ableton has one. The Auto Shift here. This thing is cool. Its quality isn't perfect. It's a little bit pitchy, a little bit unstable. Not as much as like some of the other plugins I was mentioning. It's still pretty decent, but I have noticed that it doesn't handle the same material I can throw at like Autotune Pro or Xpitch properly. And my biggest gripe with it that I actually just discovered yesterday was if you're skipping this MIDI notes, it only outputs audio when it's receiving MIDI, and I don't like that. Unless I'm missing an option that I'm not seeing very plainly, that is a problem. But it's not the worst. Okay. Do we have any questions, class?
Tabby said, blah.
That. Their homework? Yeah, fuck waves. Kill them. Well, don't kill them, but, you know.
No. Kill them. If prefer.
If prefer. Is Zinth Chroma good? Oh. Where are you, Chroma? Oh, did I remove you? I think I removed Chroma from my main plugins. Go to the other folder. Yeah, here's Chroma. Yeah, Chroma's good. I've actually been using a different one though. So Chroma's good. It's decent. Obviously, in terms of sound quality, it's going to be hard to overcome pitch map. Where is pitch map? Problem with pitch map is it's so fucking CPU intensive and introduces like just a little bit too much latency. But obviously this one's higher in quality, but this one's more lightweight and simpler. The one I've been using lately is actually Prisma. So I've been using Prisma by Blep FX, fucking furry ass name. This one is, I think this one does pretty similar latency to pitch map. Yeah. Oh, does the exact same latency. Fascinating. Prisma does the same latency as pitch map, but it's still lightweight on the CPU, I think. And what I like about this one is there's different algorithms you can select here, as well as the fact you have a much more intuitive sounding EQ compared to like this one. So I've been using this one. I don't know if it does MIDI. Oh, it does. It does MIDI input as well. So yeah, there you go. This was the pitch map was the one I used in Carousel. Chroma was the one I used in Girls 4 Wizards, and Prisma was the one I used in Love and Pony Step. Would you recommend any resonators? I don't really use resonators. I saw a different question. Someone asked if I used Corpus, and I do use Corpus sometimes. Prisma is cheaper. Also, I'm sorry, but like the Blep FX website is like really nice. This is like the most no frills, no bullshit website ever. You go here, there are the products, there's the introduction, nothing else. This person is clearly not here to waste your fucking time. I've also tried these other plugins by them as well, and they're all nice. If you don't have Ableton, Cruncher is really great, because this is Ableton's erosion on steroids. I don't really need this because I have Ableton, but definitely if you like the sound of erosion, you get Cruncher, if you don't have Ableton. This filter plugin has a great distortion module. It's great. Not as much into this, but I'm sure I can find a better use for Destructor. Yeah, but like no complaints. This is all great. But of course, the best plugins are always going to come from like one person instead of like a company, which is like evergreen. Cruncher UI does remind me of Codec too. Yeah, I love using Codec. It should be a crime for this plugin to be free. It should be a crime that this plugin is free. Laser, however you pronounce the name of their company, they do great stuff. But yeah. This actually got a lot of use in Love and Pony Step 2. Unfortunately, when I updated to the 2.0 version, anytime I would delete an instance of Codec, it would crash Ableton. So, do you have a Wilder Garden name? What? What is this? Oh. Well, that's a UI. That's nuts. That's nice. That's good. Sounds very similar to Lossy. Oh, it has a frequency shifter. Interesting. Oh, well, I like the gate. Okay. The gate sold me. The gate sold me. Is it free? Free and open source? Oh, this person's a nerd. This person's like a dweeb. This is awesome. Oh, this is fire. Oh my god. And this is the... Oh. Okay. Awesome. Nice. I'm a fan. I'm already a fan. I'll try that out next time. I'll make sure to see in my downloads folder. That's nice. Oh, I forgot to mention one more company. I've already raved about them before. But one more company you can trust is Aberrant DSP. Aberrant DSP is also the GOAT. First of all, Aberrant DSP is so fucking extra. This plugin is an actual like gouache painting. Gouache painting. Help me. They fucking painted their plugin interface for Shapeshifter. Come on, man. Like you have to be insane in the best way possible to do this shit. And it looks so cool. This is like a brand new shape that's never existed before. This plugin, specifically Sketch Cassette, is in almost every single song that I make. This thing gets used in every single song, basically. It's not, I don't just use it for like making something sound like tape. This thing is a great filter, distortion. It's got a great compressor. And this compressor is pretty nice. You can even use it as a flanger if you do the wow and flutter offset. Like, Aberrant DSP, I basically have absolutely zero complaints with Aberrant DSP. Look at the fucking UI for Lair, dude. This is a company that knows what fun is. This is how you like have fun. Not just like fucking like, I want to have like a 40-year-old box that like the men really love in my attic type character plugin. I don't know what that sentence was, but I think you get it. Right, this is just like fun, good, nice. So, anyway, Aberrant DSP is like the fourth one. That was the four horsemen of the joy. It does look like a tabletop game, yeah. Okay. We're done. Oh, hello. We're done venting about plugins. Although it's been great.
Oh, you didn't even show them the faces.
I'm not. Well, I don't want to talk about native instruments anymore. The four horses of the Joy Apocalypse.
Good lord.
I've never played a Resident Evil game ever, so I don't even know what to expect.
Zombies.
Zombies.
Crappy.
Crappy. Oh yeah, Capcom, hello. Fastest train in the world. Quixel? Quixel? Quixel?
Flashbacks to art school.
Interesting. Yeah, I know. original Resident Evil 4 is better. Question mark. Wait, why is PlayStation Store? What do you want with that? Oh, it's just DLC.
Oh,
Skins?
Yeah.
Where's the loot boxes? Wait, this is nuts. Why are there skins?
For fun. Resident Evil's like fun.
This game looks like it takes itself extremely seriously.
It does in like the same way that like a I don't know, like a 80s horror movie does.
Okay, but fuck it. It's fine. Okay. Okay, we're playing a game now. Watch the stream go from like 109 people to 60. You guys ready? Unbox
No,
a
it's
marble
up to
fade
300
Leon
people.
Kennedy. You just activated the neurons in my brain, the long dormant neurons of Counter-Strike. You know I had a butterfly crimson web, right? I unboxed a butterfly crimson web in front of my mom. How much fucking, it was like field tested. How much fucking money would that be now, man?
Gabby said, Relic gamer time.
Is there no aim assist in standard? Okay. Fuck the aim assist.
Y que aquí te ofrecemos, Señor, que la luz de tu gloria la ilumine hacia el paraíso.
Ababa, Ababna.
Y acógenos del paraíso y en tu seno. Oh Señor,
Well, this is headed in the right direction.
September 30th, 1998. It's a day
Oh
I'll
my god,
never
I'm almost
forget.
born.
The cop inside me died that day.
Good.
That night, Raccoon
Thank
City
God.
was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella. Somehow I made it out, but too many others weren't so lucky. I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing
The
missions.
training. If
nearly
prefer.
killed me. But at least I kept my mind off everything. If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain. Even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
Okay,
He's so
Flaggy Waggy.
He's so pretty.
Help, why did it switch to 60 FPS? From like the 24 cinematic help. That's scary.
So tell me, Yankee, why did you come to this horrible place? As close to nowhere that I've ever seen.
Let's just say, looking for someone.
That someone must be very important, huh? The chief gave the orders himself. Help him, he said.
I'm sure your boys didn't come all the way out here to roast marshmallows. Maybe you did.
You have a strange sense of humor. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Just between us. A lot of people have gone missing around here. And it's been that way for a while now.
Well then, should be just another day in the office, right?
I mean, last week there was a search for some missing hikers.
I'm sure you'll do your best to help me.
I like the sentence, who has such golden ass zippers? What the fuck? Field tested golden zippers.
This is it. Nature calls, huh? I'll be right back.
Oh, he's the wife that dies at the beginning of the movie.
¿Te has bebido el bar entero?
Oh my god, I'm smoking alcohol.
I love cigarettes.
I like these character animations though.
Vaya sitio más tétrico. ¡Hey! ¿Hay alguien ahí?
He sure is taking his time. Did he fall in?
Maybe you better go and take a look.
Okay.
Oh, what's the car? Wouldn't want to get a parking ticket.
So much for helping me.
This game is too dark for my phone set. See what's
Delta
taking
in
so
chapter
long.
1. Delta in chapter 1.
Wait, we're gonna get Leon Dark Fountain?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, look at this backward walking mechanic. Let's get a... Okay.
I really like the menu sounds.
Yeah, these are nice. Or R1? Okay. Oh, it does, it has haptic vibration for footsteps for me. That's gonna be fascinating.
How far could he have gone?
Just a glimpse into my sick mind. Oh, I thought it was a cutscene.
No, it just lets you look at it for fun.
That's like kind.
Yeah.
£3 to £8. There's probably gonna be a lot of 3 to 8ing in this. staring at you. 328 simulator. Plugnart, no.
Anyone home?
What was that grabbing the wall move?
He was making sure it was real.
I'm probably gonna forget frequently that this is a horror game until something happens. Felt like I skipped the wrong thing to skip. Hello.
Sorry to barge in like this. Busco a un policía. Vino aquí?
Vino aquí.
Anyone mind if a white boy speak a little Spanish tonight?
This is the guy that never dies, right?
Who, Leon?
No, this guy.
I don't know.
This is not good.
Thanks, Leon.
Oh, I didn't know. I've seen enough footage and screenshots of this game. I'm like, I know there's like characters that just sometimes just don't die.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that stinks.
I think we found him. I'm gonna assume ammo conservation is like very important with this.
Yes.
I can rotate him. Wabba wabba doodle. Wait, what if I want to keep it? Can I not keep it?
Not this one.
I want it. It's like a Pokemon card.
No, it's a cop badge.
I really like the movement animations with this. Judgment is nigh.
Judgment is nay. Hem.
Wow. Nayhem. How do I use my everlasting bitcher sense? Like, how do I start smelling the room for clues?
Oh, this one doesn't have that.
No, I know. I'm kind of joking.
Leon turns into a dog halfway through this game, and then you can do it.
Oh, he's Wolfie. I love my Wolfie.
I know.
Whoa. Oh, I thought that was a door. It is not a door. That is a wall. Yummy? Oh. Oh. I'm like cosplaying right now. You might have a white wall speak a little Spanish tonight. This animation. Oh good, flashlight moment, okay. Oh my god, it's the Elon Musk special. Why does he have to grunt every time I aim? It's like fine, it's not that bad.
It's his vocal stem, leave him alone.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Hey.
Oh my god. Hungry.
I read you. What's your situation? What the hell's going on?
I mean, yeah, I looked at that already. Destroy, build, destroy. Destroy, build, destroy. Interesting.
That was a show.
It's not even what it says either.
What was that?
It was a sound, Leon.
Leon's funny.
No fucking way.
Wait, how do I win?
This just keeps getting worse.
This day just keeps getting worse. Okay, Boomer. Bruh, 21. What the dog doing now? Adam, right?
Daddy said, okay.
Take a chill pill. Who am I? Who am I?
Relax, nut.
Relax, nut. Can I look at the soup again?
You can look at the soup as much as you want.
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't realize. Is there like a green component to this wall?
Yes. The mold.
Yeah, the mold.
See?
Hi. Hello? My bullets. like make him run into a wall? Kind of. Doesn't really hurt him, but like it could. I know there's that other room, but I want to go out here for a second. Oh, I can't go out here for a second.
They have weed in this game.
Hey! Now I can finally shoot again.
They only let me use a gun when I'm high.
Yeah. No, I was saying it was my ammo, but it's like fine.
Oh.
Wait, how is this gun loaded now? Can't run into walls like Bart Simpson. What's the point?
Bruce,
Leon lobotomy.
this is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Need a location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up. Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are...
Come on, man. Don't you have a life? Oh, it's a different guy. Well, maybe they're not. I don't know. No.
I'll let myself out.
I'll let myself out. Chill. Take a chill pill, little bro.
Just right through the window.
What? What's all this then?
Yeah.
Back to complaining about the rain.
Do you see what I meant when I said this game was like incidentally funny?
Yeah, no, this is awesome. Oh, please don't do that much vibration haptics for this bridge. Don't do that. Feels like a heartbeat. Just stop. Yeah, this is my first time playing Resident Evil. That is a really big crow.
Okay, Cronut.
Holy shit, that's huge.
Daddy said, that fucking word that's him growing.
That... Sure.
Yay.
Is Leon kind of like stupid?
Yes.
Okay. That's good.
He's stupid, but he's pretty, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, exactly. Makes up for it. Oh. Okay, this will be interesting.
I hope you like inventory management and crafting.
Sometimes. Big ass crow. Know that in my wealth. So nice that everyone just has handgun ammo.
Yeah,
And they're
why
all
did
the
he
same,
open
like, caliber and, like, fit and everything.
Yeah, why did he open the door like that?
He's gay?
Yeah. You get Leon gay moments in this game, don't worry.
Good. I'm assuming it'll be pretty obvious if I can interact with something. I keep going around, like, trying to do stuff with money.
Yeah, typically if you can interact, there's some sort of prompts to do so.
Hi. Oh, it's a feature. I thought it was a funny ragdoll, but it was a feature. Heads. Oh.
Bear trap, by the way?
Damn it.
You're fine. It's just a bear trap. I wish I could pick up the axe. Yay. If I reload, does it get rid of the rest of the magazine?
I don't remember. I can look it up if you want, or you can just try it.
I think that's fine. I think it worked.
Okay.
Oh, I get it.
Kind of based.
Oh.
¿Dónde se habrá metido el otro escorpión? No escaparás.
Puedes correr, pero no te puedes escapar. Sé que estás ahí.
Oh.
Puedes correr, pero no te puedes escapar.
Okay.
You should try shooting the chickens sometime.
Not right now. Too much noise.
True.
Relax. There's like no way to do this section without getting ganged up on though, is there?
Not really, no.
That's part of the mechanic, I assume. Because I think I've seen stuff of this area before. What are you?
That's the chainsaw.
Wait, so do I use this as is, or do I craft with it, or like what am I doing here?
Combine it with the red one, and it's better.
What do I do? I'm trying to heal right now.
Oh, you have a first aid spray also.
So I use that.
Yes.
Why is this music? They're like all here. Dude. What? Oh, good.
You're shitting me.
Not really. like a dead end. Oh yeah. Good. Take a chill pill. What exactly am I doing? Hey! Your aim is so good. Holy shit. Oh, this is another dead end. This is crazy. We have no white boy. Okay. So do this situation. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay. Who am I?
You're Vylet Pony.
I am Vylet Pony.
Daddy said, Roman pony.
How do I dodge that? He's so slow.
Next. Come on.
¡Ahí va eso!
Oh, this is gonna be closed forever, isn't it? Okay.
¡Ahí va eso! ¡Cuidado!
What? It's scripted? I thought it was just because I got close to that area. Wait. Whoa, dude. That's me. Okay, tell me something.
So this part is a time limit thing. Like you just have to survive. This one.
Ah, okay. still not great at doing that. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Yeah, you can do it.
Guys, give me an hour. I'll figure this out. Let me just stand here. Thank you for waiting. This music is so interesting. So why did I shoot the chicken?
To kill it.
Okay, but like what does that do for me?
It kills a chicken.
So this?
Yeah.
And then use this.
Yes.
I was how? Chill out. Oh.
You gotta be kidding me.
Holy shit. Sorry, I need my $5.
La campana. Ay, que obedecerla.
Él nos invoca.
That felt like less time than the first try.
Tenemos que servir.
I don't know the exact mechanic behind it. It might be like a number of people you kill type thing or something.
Poderoso.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Oh,
He said it. He said the line.
that's the line.
Uh-huh.
Resident Evil 30. Hello?
Windmill. Copy that.
Windmill? Oh. I thought it said fish and chips. That's first aid spray.
It's basically the same thing.
Basically the same thing.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Just
Why do they just have grenades here?
Decoration.
That's fair. See, there's really a lot of places I could have gone, isn't there? Will he get mad at me if I jump off the building?
No.
No, he's
I
fine.
can do this.
He knows how to do stuff. Where's everyone going? Damn it, I wanted to read the book by the wife that dies at the beginning of the movie. I just want the bottom to break again. I think it'd be fun.
Well, something broke.
Look at the wood physics on that. Can I open it? That goes somewhere. He doesn't know how to lift iron grates yet. Or does it go somewhere? Maybe it is just decoration. Let's just copy and paste it there. Actually, I feel like it would show me some sort of like lock or tool or something if it was... I don't know. We'll find out along the way of this world that we live in. I guess we'll probably come back here.
Yeah, this is gonna be like your kind of hub world place.
I'll inherit the earth. Right?
These people are sick.
No, they're burnt. See? What? Oh, right, this thing. Then what was... Was that just the thing up top? Chicken, give me a boost. Oh, wait. I like running into walls. I have such a shooty time. Resident Evil Gross. We...
Wii U, Nintendo Switch.
Are the crystal gems, right?
Right. It was funny because you said that because in my head was playing with the Ruby, Sapphire when they reunite on Jasper's ship.
There it is.
There it is. In the mill. I'm assuming I can't repair the knife yet.
Not yet.
Hello? Why do they just have C4 lying around?
My funny trap.
This is the Call of Duty bard. Sorry, got a little worked up there.
You're normal.
There's like a relax it part of like that aspect of like components.
You're just saying things that don't mean anything.
Saying. I automatically thought it was a weapon.
This isn't Hitman.
Damn it. I see the blue thing. I probably have to start shooting.
Yeah, but
I just don't have a knife. Well, this also isn't Hitman, like you just said, so. Let's start with you. Oh, I don't. His hand is shaky.
he's nervous.
Ba ba ba. Relax. Wait, do headshots matter?
I think so, yeah.
So, the game's really gonna do this for, like, stuff you need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
There's, like, a yellow component to it. Oh, it took you long enough. You were, like, 5 years away. How do I dodge that? Do I just have to shoot them?
Presumably.
Oh.
Comrade Pig.
It doesn't feel like it differentiates between headshots very much, at least for the humans.
I looked it up. It's apparently sometimes it does.
Probably not for these characters, it seems like. Maybe for someone else, presumably.
Oh, you'll meet lots of someone else's.
You'll meet lots of someone else's.
Just like real life.
Yes, the world is a place.
And we live in it.
It's locked.
Yes, that's how that works. Fucking moron.
He's so silly.
I mean, my beautiful white boy. My dumbass white boy.
Blue medallion.
Really, I'm affectionate toward this cracker, okay?
That's alright. So is there like no autosave whatsoever?
Nope. Also feathers from chat.
Oh my god, hi Feather. Yeah, I mean, this game is very There's 0 aim assist too, which is, I think, the fascinating thing about it. Obviously, that's to make it scarier. But... Oh. Oh, he's so good at defusing bombs. What a funny little man.
He has tricks and skills.
There's like a skill component to this character. What do I do with the eggs? Can be used to restore a small amount of health.
Rotate this egg.
I might start rotating this egg if it's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can do this in my mind.
You love rotating things.
I'm a huge fan of rotating things. Oh wait, I want to make red. Wait, what about?
Yeah, this increases your max health.
Okay, so I should always do this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And now I drink this. That's so delicious. They're sorted. The grenades are sorted with the eggs.
Uh-huh.
That's like really kind.
Yeah, grenades are like, tank slay eggs and that's the grenades. And then they hatch and they grow into beautiful little chickens.
He is kind of a beautiful man. I just wish he were like intelligent.
I like it when he's a little stupid.
Huge fan of boys who are little stupid.
Like Kenneth.
Kenneth is not stupid. He's so kind. It was so funny. I was like in total denial about creating Kenneth, and now here we are. Oh, there's like an opponent.
It's like a component.
There's an opponent component to this one. You know what? Let's go shoddy.
I ate someone's house once, but I only had grenades. Okay.
Come on. That's good.
Damn.
Holy shit, how many of these? We done? Oh, relax. Relax. It's like, oh my god.
You killed their bullman.
Oh, he's doing the feature. Also, it doesn't automatically reload. I have to do it manually every time. I want a wooden cog. How much space does that take up? Nothing.
It's
what?
a key item, so.
Oh. Can I
think
throw
in the
that?
original they did take up space, but they changed it so key items don't in the remakes.
That's kind. And, like, necessary. I'll take this, and this, and this. I'll take my... I was about to call them Doom dollars. Different game. I'll take my... Give me the white boy bucks. Oh. He's... I'm so proud of him. Only one more. Who's making noise? Who's making Resident Evil noise? Also, maybe I should make more shotgun ammo because I used a lot there for that one dude. Also frees up space with the gunpowder not there anymore. Let's get that wooden cog in there. Pull up the ancient interface. Pull up the ancient interface. Desktop Dave.
Jarvis.
No, I'm sort of... It's okay. It's okay, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll believe anything you tell me.
Okay. I was gonna like lie about something, but I don't even know what to lie about right now. Bucket. Fuck it. It's a bucket. Wait, where are we going? Oh, it tells you where the medallions are? That's kind of lame, isn't it? At the same time, I didn't even find it. Okay. Now what? What do I get? What do I get? Oh, did it give me? Wait, I'm confused. I don't know. His hair is so shiny. That's my white boy. Wait, shrine? Let me go save on my computer. Why can't you throw the eggs? I could throw the eggs. If I were the egg throwing Resident Evil character. Okay, wait. Okay. No. I'm fighting the intrusive thoughts to find out if I can stomp on the chickens. Good, more rickety bridges. Let's have a Metal Gear Solid moment, why don't we? Lake.
Lake's gotta be this way.
Yes. Yes, Leon. That's what that means. Here's the thing. If we gave all the environments in Resident Evil 4 the shininess of his hair, you might actually just have like Dark Souls environments on your hands. I'm someone who makes sense, by the way. Like, I don't know if you needed to be reminded that, but... I can clearly step over that, but it's like fine. Okay, lake is the way. I kind of want to make him walk into the branches so he goes, ugh. But he doesn't want to do that anymore. It was just for the beginning. Hello? Why do all of you casually have such like insane explosives? Did I just shoot the axe out of the air? Hi. Didn't see you there. You can shoot the axes out of the air? What would the use case of that be other than an accident? Well, that's crazy. Well, maybe you're playing on mouse and keyboard. Which I am not. Sorry, Ronan of this world. I love how all of them have like handgun ammo, but none of them are using guns at me. But Leon, isn't it flashlight time? Baddie? Was that a baddie's?
Daddy said, hey.
I think that was a baddie's. Baddie cameo.
My world.
Stop yelling. It's like not even a big deal. That's a stick of dynamite, partner. How does that not kill? What? What? Wow. Wow. Give me the goddamn eggs. I can't use the eggs. Oh, is that my max health already?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
3 means you're at max. The bartender gets color with, like the percentage.
Stop throwing dynamite. Oh my goodness. It's like not that big of a deal. Let me make more, like, Leon stuff. Let me make more of his things. There we go. You happy? Oh, that's a stick of dynamite, partner. I hate this guy. Ooh. Relax. Oh my, how many of those do you have? That's a bear trap. You're throwing that indoors. That's like... Did he kill himself? No. Oh. Can I eat some eggs? But why do the eggs heal so much? Can you... What? I have... Everything I do in this game is leaving me with more questions every, like, 10 seconds. Where are you? Where are you doing this activity from? Enough of these bear traps. I'm like tired of you, dude. That's nice. One down. We've been shooting people for hours, but it's like, fine. Do you have dynamite too? Okay. Oh, the feature is happening. Oh. I mean, I get it. That's sort of what a migraine feels like. What's that sound? Things that go bump in the night, etc., etc.
This the place?
My cousin! Oh my god, he is like so scared right now. Do you see his hoovesies?
Oh.
He's like really frightened.
He's like a scared sort of animal.
He's like a scared sort of animal. I'm not like a huge fan of the noise that's happening right now. man, what the hell is that noise? Oh.
What's that noise?
I asked that question a little bit earlier than you.
¡Ahí está!
Okay. Oh, wait. He's gonna find out about friendliness pellets. Dun, 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 right?
Okay.
Daddy said, like okay.
Oh, like a worm.
That hurts, you know?
Seemed like you really wanted to talk.
How observant, senor. Now, say, you got a smoke?
Yeah, those things will kill you.
Oh, well, maybe just untie me then, huh? Joder, not this guy!
Who are you? Yeah, stop right there!
Oh my god. Bramblegast.
By the way, that's not the big guy. The dude who was tied up. It's he and Leon are kind of yaoi.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a gay component to it.
There is like a gay component to it. Understood.
Daddy said, excellent.
Arts and crafts. I was not expecting it to operate on this like chapter basis. Arya? Is there no voice acting for this?
There should be.
Oh, what the fuck? Hey, stop it. Hey, Yankee. Got your name?
Leon.
Quiet type, eh? I'm Luis Serra. Guess you, me, picked the wrongest spot to vacation, eh? Hey, stop it. You move, I move. And I'm beat up enough as it is. I can see you're thinking.
Bet you've been in spots like this before, huh? I guess you're here looking for someone. One more guess. Maybe some missing señorita?
Young girl? Talk.
Oh.
Now.
You understand?
You
You see what I mean?
Oh my.
Over there. Where?
Who knows? But later, saw some men dragging someone to the old church. Hanging with you, not healthy.
Hey, we're not done here!
Later, amigo.
What? Okay.
See what I mean?
Shit.
There's kind of a
Took
game
my
component
gear.
to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see they took my... But not my money.
Condor 1 to Roost. I've located Baby Eagle. It sounds like she's being kept in some church. I heard it from this guy I met. He said his name is Luis Serra.
Yeah, she
There's
should
something
have
fishy
voice lines
about
too.
him.
Interesting.
I need you to run a background check.
I hope it fixes itself next time I run the game.
Right. I'm probably due for confession anyway. Condor 1, out.
You don't like gay shit, and then he's like, I'm due for a confession. Like, okay, man.
Sure. Oh. Why to do that? I am a big fan of how there's like no UI.
¿Dónde estás? ¡Un forastero!
Oh.
Puedo caminar.
Well, that's fun. I do love me parry mechanics.
my gear.
Where is the third rat? Where's the giant rat that makes all of the rules? Card.
By the way, there's a bear trap right there.
Thank you. Is this also a bear trap?
Yeah.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Aside from inference.
Lucky for you, Leon's not a bear.
Yeah, so it does not. That's like food to him. Where's the third rat? I found the third rat. How does that not kill? Dude, I'm busy. Oh my goodness. It's fine. Okay, thank you. Now, back to business. Oh, I see what it's doing. And then it's gonna throw a secret enemy at me while I'm on the way.
I'll be taking these back.
Yeah. How do I put his coat back on? Assassin's
Over
Creed?
here, stranger.
Who's that?
I don't know, Leon. They seem really nice.
Let's do some business then, eh? Welcome. A job well done deserves payment in kind. I got something new for you.
Is this the merchant?
All my wares are in tip-top shape, I assure you. I'll buy almost anything. What's that? How have we procured these curiosities? You don't want to know, mate.
Rubies or rubbish, it makes no difference. The price, well, that's our choice to make.
I don't need this key anymore, right?
I think if it's letting you sell it, then you don't.
Now, you affix one of these beauties into a treasure, and it will fetch a price higher than the sum of its parts. A deal well struck. Why not try your hand at a new gun, stranger? Might save your life. Crossing your T's, dotting your I's, that's the way to be. All my wares are in tip-top shape, I assure you. Molding a weapon to suit your specific needs. Oh, it's a thing of beauty, isn't it?
Wait, what is this case? Is this the storage?
Oh, they give that to you so you can organize your stuff. You have like a place to set stuff to the side.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You do have a storage though.
Where is it?
Actually, do those things go to storage when you close it? I'm not sure.
Why not try
I know at
your
save
hand
points you
at
do.
a new gun, stranger? Might save your life. That cash in your pocket or your life? Easy choice, mate. Will that be all, then? What you see is what I've got.
If I buy this, it'll go to storage, because I don't have space for it, right?
Yeah.
I'll hand this over when
What did that
we've got
say?
the space.
Oh, I'm the forgetter.
It's okay.
You can craft some stuff though. You have some gunpowder and
I can do this.
Why not try your hand at a new gun, stranger? Might save your life. Time is money, mate. Wish your enemies sweet dreams from afar, with a bullet straight through their heads. Go on, take this as well, free of charge. You're a man of good taste. A bit more space never hurt anyone. Perfect size for you, stranger.
I should have maybe just done that first, but it's like, fine.
What you see is what I've got. Anything else I can help you with? Come back anytime.
You were not kidding about inventory management.
Welcome.
it's like a staple of the series.
I don't always have this in stock, stranger. Well then, what can I do you for? There's some things money can't buy. You've got a soft spot for treasure, eh? Yeah, that's the way. Good instinct, stranger. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. Pleasant travels.
Meow, 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 meow. Okay. That is a lot to get used to. There is a typewriter right here.
Typewriter, won't you find me solace? You know, like your song?
Yeah, I know that one. I'm like
You
a
made
little.
it.
Yeah, I made it.
Gun rhymes with fun for a reason, stranger.
It's actually just an incidental property of English, but it's like, that's alright.
The hell am I?
I don't know. If I knew, you probably know too.
¿Dónde estás?
Rah.
Sé que estás ahí. ¡Ahora!
It's locked.
I know, Leon.
Sé que es el forastero. ¿Qué estás haciendo? No puede ser.
Give me a break already. Next.
Thank you. Where's my thing? Where is my... Where the fuck is even my controller thing? Where is even the fuck my even controller? Brilliant. Okay. Okay.
Not bad, right?
Who are you talking to? Oh. Oh my god, so dramatic. Could happen. That was really kind. Well, that auto-saved.
Okay, so I guess it does have some checkpoints. Mind you, I've never actually played this game. I've watched people play it, and it's been a while.
Oh, I see.
So I'm the forgetter.
Okay, have a good rest, Father. Thank you for coming. Okay, but there's like no way to do this quietly. Everyone's so loud.
Ahí está.
Well. But what can they do from down there? Can I quickscope? Not really. It's really unreliable. How does that not kill? Relax. So I realized that if one of them is holding like a dynamite, I can shoot at it out of their thing. Well, if I'm fast enough. Interesting. We love physics in this game. Holy shit. That kills.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well. Let me out. I don't need to be on this bridge. Okay. 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 I think I need to like be smarter about this and I don't know what to do. Because I feel like there's no way to sneak around without just like ignoring them, and I feel like I want to kill them all.
I feel like I want to kill them all.
I feel like I want to kill them all.
Well, I feel like I want to go to bed.
Yeah, I think I might. Oh, it already left. Yeah. Okay. I think I will probably stop stream now too. But it was fun yelling about software and video games. Okay. Okay. Bye, horsies. Thank you for coming.